Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. Today I'm going to talk to another underrated film that you need to check out. I think this film was nominated for an Oscar, and this is an animated film. And it's the animated feature Irish film called Song of the Sea, voice cast by Daniel Raleigh, Brandon Gleeson, Hangen, and it's a story, and I think it's based off a Irish folk tale. It's a story about a young boy, who has to overlook her sister, who can turn into a magical seal and go on an adventure of mystical and exciting exciting occurrences, and finds out that they have to save the spirit rope before it collapsed, realizing that Ben, the young boy, realized that his sister Sorcy may be the key of holding the spirit world together, which in the film it start to slowly fall apart where there was some imbalance. And this is a pretty good fact. I think it's amazing. This film, and I highly recommend it. Which if you have kids, this film was phenomenal. Like I can't even tell you just how much I recommend it. Though I'm not too familiar with the folk tale story, if this is based on any urban legends in Ireland, but I can tell you the animation here is breathtakingly beautiful. It literally feels like you are reading a book, and you're just seeing the illustrations, you seeing the artwork, and you just I think you're engulfed into the story. Uh, what I really loved about this film, that it really focused on the core story, and it's something that I really miss in kids films, where there's innocence involved into it. You have this character Ben, who was pretty much, and first off, when they introduce uh the the boy, his father, and then what kind of goes on along with his mother, which I won't spoil. When the sister comes in, he is a complete um. Try to keep this G. He's mean. He's mean to his sister. There's a sense of jealousy that he feels being around her sister, where it's that feeling like you're going to be replaced when you have a new member come into the family. So he treats her pretty badly, and he doesn't fully realize the need for her Siri, who eventually starts to contact these seals that shows up at their home, which they live on I think it was like at a lighthouse, and she wears this white cloth that when she goes into the water, she turns into a magical um, seal, and it's something very mythical about it. It's something that's uh, very, I would say, in awe, that I don't think you. I'm not saying about the sequence when when she turns into the seal. I'm saying that there's this lack of mystery I tend to notice with a lot of kids movies. There's something spiritual about it, and that's I think what drew me in. I think the lore of the story, the lore of what they're building around these characters felt very engaging, and it drew you in. Uh, it drew me in, and I love the music. I love the theme that's constantly recited into the film, and it's a very important piece for the film, and it's very catchy, and it's lovely. I could see a lot of kids liking it. The movie's around like 90 minutes long. I think it's kind of shy of close to 85 to 88 minutes. Uh, it's something I think you can really get yourself. I mean, the story, I think it's tight, but there are a few, I would say, elements of the story you might either have to do research or and kind of understand it a little bit more because they don't really dive too deep into what they're throwing out with story elements that propel the characters to do what they do, and then the lore, they do keep certain parts of the lore ambiguous and you kind of don't know, but it's something that does keep you invested. uh, I would say like I do love this film. I just say it, I do love this film. It's a very very I think precious animated film that I don't think we would normally get, which actually makes me more curious to check out. And I think this filmmaker Tom Moore. I think there's a few other films animated with this style that's been. I think I've seen posters of it. I would love to check out. Uh, this movie is currently free on YouTube. You can watch it. I highly recommend you check it out. Uh, especially if you have kids around. If they're looking for a good adventure movie, this film, especially especially for something about sibling relationships, brother and sister trying to find learning to love each other. I think this is a great film, and I highly recommend it. Like I highly recommend it. I remember the first time I watched it, it was recommended to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. There are parts here I just man tears. It's a beautiful film. Sea Song of the Sea. Have you seen it? Comment below, let me know. And please, I urge you to go watch this film and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.